Have you ever considered how much an unexpected injury can impact your athletic journey? The significance of injury prevention in the world of sports cannot be overstated. When we talk about sports, we often focus on the glory, the triumphs, and the adrenaline rush. But there's a side that doesn't make the highlight reels: injuries. Injuries are not just about physical pain. They can mean time off from training, which can set back months or even years of hard work. There's the financial cost to consider as well, including medical bills and potential loss of income. But perhaps most impactful of all is the emotional toll it takes. The frustration of being sidelined, the anxiety about recovery, the fear of re-injury, these are burdens that every injured athlete carries. So, how common are sports injuries? You might be surprised. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than half of all sports injuries in children are preventable. Meanwhile, a study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that professional athletes have a 1 in 3 chance of getting injured in a season. These numbers are not meant to scare you, but to underscore the importance of injury prevention. After all, each one of these statistics represents an athlete whose journey was interrupted, whose progress was halted, whose dreams were put on hold. The cost of ignoring injury prevention is too high. But the good news is that many sports injuries can be prevented. It starts with understanding the risks, recognizing the signs of potential injury, and taking the appropriate steps to protect yourself. Indeed, prevention is better than cure. So, what types of injuries should athletes be most aware of? Stay tuned as we delve into this in our next segment. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it could be the key to keeping you in the game. Injuries in sports can range from minor aches to severe trauma that can end an athlete's career. Diving right in, let's explore the different types of injuries that athletes often encounter. First off, we have sprains and strains. These are injuries to the ligaments and muscles that come about due to overstretching or tearing. Picture a basketball player landing awkwardly from a jump, rolling their ankle. That's a classic sprain. Or a runner pushing too hard and pulling a hamstring. That's a strain for you. Next up, fractures. These are breaks in the bones, and they can be either simple or compound. A simple fracture is when the bone breaks but doesn't pierce the skin, while a compound fracture is when the broken bone protrudes through the skin. Imagine a soccer player colliding with an opponent and ending up with a broken arm. That's a fracture. Then we have concussions. These are traumatic brain injuries caused by a blow to the head or a sudden violent shaking of the head. Picture a football player taking a hard hit to the head during a game. That's a concussion. It's important to note that concussions can have serious long-term effects if not properly managed. Lastly, overuse injuries. As the name suggests, these injuries occur due to repetitive actions that put too much stress on a particular part of the body. Think of a tennis player who practices their serve for hours on end and ends up with a sore shoulder. That's an overuse injury. Each of these injuries can occur in any sport, and they all have one thing in common. They can sideline an athlete, sometimes indefinitely. But don't let this scare you. Instead, let it motivate you to take the necessary precautions. After all, prevention is always better than cure. Understanding these injuries is the first step to prevention. So how can you protect yourself from these potential setbacks? Preventing sports injuries requires a comprehensive approach that encompasses various aspects of an athlete's routine. Let's begin with training and conditioning. This is the backbone of any sports regimen. It's not just about pushing your limits, but doing so in a safe and structured way. This means gradually increasing the intensity and duration of your workouts, giving your body the chance to adapt to the increasing demands. Incorporating a variety of exercises can also help, as it ensures that all muscle groups are equally strengthened and flexible. Don't forget to include warm-ups and cool-downs in your routine. These simple yet crucial steps prepare your body for the workout ahead and help it recover afterwards. Next, let's talk about equipment. Whether it's a helmet for cycling, shin guards for soccer, or the right shoes for running, using appropriate and well-fitted equipment can go a long way in preventing injuries. Remember, your safety gear is your first line of defense against potential injuries. So, invest in quality equipment and use it consistently. Now, on to rest and recovery. In the world of sports, more isn't always better. Overtraining can lead to fatigue, decreased performance, and yes, injuries. Your body needs time to repair and strengthen itself after a workout. So, ensure you're getting adequate rest between training sessions. Sleep, too, plays a vital role in recovery. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night to give your body the best chance to recuperate. Good nutrition is another key strategy for injury prevention. Eating a balanced diet provides the nutrients necessary for energy production, muscle growth, and recovery. Hydration is equally important. Dehydration can impair your performance and increase your risk of injury, so drink plenty of fluids before, during, and after exercise. Let's not forget about mental well-being. Stress and anxiety can increase the risk of injury by affecting your focus and decision-making during sports. So, incorporate stress management techniques like meditation or deep breathing exercises into your routine. And finally, listen to your body. Pain is your body's way of telling you that something isn't right. If you're feeling pain, stop and rest. If the pain persists, seek medical attention. Ignoring pain can lead to more serious injuries that require longer recovery time. To sum up, proper training and conditioning, use of appropriate equipment, adequate rest and recovery, good nutrition, and listening to your body are all key strategies for preventing sports injuries. With these strategies in place, athletes can significantly reduce their risk of injury. But what if, despite your best efforts, an injury still occurs? Injuries can be devastating, but they don't have to mean the end of your athletic journey. When injuries strike, they can feel like a roadblock, an unexpected detour on your path to success. But remember, it's not about the fall, it's about how you rise. Dealing with injuries is as much a part of the game as scoring a goal or crossing the finish line. The first step when an injury occurs is to seek immediate medical attention. Never underestimate the severity of an injury. It's crucial to get a professional diagnosis, to understand the extent of your injury, and to get on the right treatment plan. Listen to your body and listen to the experts. They've got the roadmap to your recovery. Next, follow the prescribed treatment and rehabilitation plan. Patience is your companion on this journey. It might be tempting to rush back into the game, but remember, healing takes time. Follow your physiotherapist's advice, stick to your exercises, and give your body the time it needs to heal. It's not just about getting back on the field, it's about staying there. But dealing with injuries isn't just physical, it's mental too. A positive mindset can be the most powerful tool in your recovery arsenal. It's natural to feel disappointed, even frustrated, but channel that energy into your recovery. Visualize your return to the game, imagine the roar of the crowd, the thrill of the play. Use that as fuel to motivate your recovery. Remember, setbacks are just setups for comebacks. Each injury is an opportunity to come back stronger, wiser, and more determined. Embrace the journey of recovery, learn from it, grow from it. In the end, injuries are a part of sports, but they don't have to define your athletic career. It's about how you respond to these challenges, how you navigate the road to recovery, and how you bounce back. Prevention and proper management are key. They're the secret to turning setbacks into comebacks, to turning injuries into triumphs. To recap, the importance of injury prevention in athletes cannot be overstated. We've journeyed through the various types of sports injuries, from sprains and strains to fractures and concussions. Each one unique, each one an obstacle to your passion. We've explored the strategies for injury prevention, emphasizing the crucial role of proper warm-ups, cool-downs, and regular strength training. The importance of wearing the right gear and mastering the correct techniques for your sport were also underscored. And of course, we delved into dealing with injuries. We highlighted the fact that prompt medical attention, rest, and rehabilitation are key to a swift recovery. In conclusion, being an athlete is not just about pushing your limits, but also about understanding your body and taking care of it. It's about balancing ambition with caution, power with precision. Remember, your health and safety should always be your top priority. Train smart, play safe, and keep pushing your limits within reason.